go. Alright. Things popped off there in the chat. Go ahead and just hit continue, because it should be on the last character I was on. Okay. Stream manager. Share stream. Post on Twitter. Let's see if it'll actually come up. Alright, so the channel, check the stream, see how it's looking silent and everything. Alright. Of course you do. Fucking failed to send post. Whatever. You know, you try to do a thing. Anyway. That's kind of like the beauty. That's kind of like the annoying beauty, I guess, of like fucking trying, you know, to share your stream. They like the share stream option and you know, stream manager, even with your fucking phone. You know, it's like even with your fucking phone and all that, it's like it's, you know, fail to send posts. And for whatever fucking reason, try to get Discord up on my phone. Taking this sweet ass time. Okay, there we go. Like, I really hate when shit like that happens where it's like, you know, apps take their sweet ass time and you think it's like, oh, it's not going to fucking work. I think it's like, oh, it's not gonna fucking work. So it's like, oh, I have to, it's like, oh, I have to fucking, you know, like, close out the thing and then re-go to it or something and blah, 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 blah. Anyway. So, everything, besides, you know, a phone not wanting to share my, you know, stream stuff on Twitter, everything else seems to be going good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do my intro. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs, it's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Elden Ring. You can technically say this is like another Let's Play Live because, because it is pretty much, you know, right a late time that I would, you know, be streaming and everything like that, but, yeah. So, why am I streaming at this time? Well, I kind of felt bad from what happened yesterday, and kind of, you know, like, not like like oh, it's like the guilt's eating me or something like that, but just kind of. So basically yesterday I was I was gearing up and getting ready to stream some Elden Ring instead of shooting up Saturday with the Newton Kexport and everything, because that's what I was originally going to be doing for my Saturday streams during my active week of streams. And I had this plan lined up. Like I was going to play some Elden Ring. I was going to play some new game. I was going to play some do a little new game plus adventure with Great Pumpkin Eater. Now call it Great Pumpkin Lord. Hopefully get him to around where you would go find Malekith and everything like that. So that way I can have Lindell be its main thing instead of like, oh, I'm going to turn that into the Ashen Capital because you know because once you beat Malekith, Lindell gets changed up completely and everything. And the reason why I was doing all this is because my friend Onyx was wanting me to help him at one point in time was one of his builds um, to be able to help him out around at Lindell, before you're trying to Ashen Capital, but I couldn't do that because basically the majority of my characters slash builds that I've made, um, they've all basically had gone to end game. Like they've gone to end game. They've beaten Malekith. They turned Lindell into the Ashen Capital. Blah 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 blah. And I will say like there was like the whole talk about like if I was going to if I was going to take my pumpkin build here to the end game, and originally I was like I don't know because because like the whole idea at first was like having like that one character that did not that left Malekith to live, or Grog, whatever the fuck you want to call him. But then ideas started brewing. Um, ideas started brewing about like because the thing is that this character is based off of one of Fia's champions. Fia being, of course, the Deathbed Companion. And the idea that kind of brewing in my mind is, doing her during her quest line, through and through until I got to build like use the little thing that you can build to get, and get I think it's like the Age of Dustborn ending or something like that, and everything, and then Onyx was like, he's like, I told you this so many times to like, not have a character, you know, do this and that, or whatever. And I was like, I know. And he's like, I know that you, he's like, you say that you know, but you still do it anyway. And that's why I was talking about the whole situation. Where I was like, well, you kind of pressured me until you kind of like, you kind of made me. It was kind of like your fault, which it kind of was, but I'm not gonna really argue with that. But I kind of thought to myself that like, maybe in like this little like story lore, for the Great Pumpkin Lord that, he, he tries to, like I feel like maybe like he tries to, like bring Fia back, maybe have like everything, kind of like brought back and redone again. But even though like he knows that things might hit a little harder and things might be slightly tougher and everything, but then what happened? Then what life was like beforehand? But he was going to try and press on because he was also going to be one of those other. He's going to be that character. He's going to be that that being that champion, if you will, that would try their best to help out people out in other worlds, because he's more of a cooperator than an invader. You know, he likes you know like you know like the previous builds beforehand, more or less. You know, it's like, you know, he's more of like someone who wants to try and help people. Um, you know, especially trying to get through things that may you know, may be kicking their ass. Especially like, you know, when there's no quote unquote matchmaking, because because usually I always have my cross region play things and no matchmaking, even though it might be the, you know, slight risky, because, you know, I could be summoned into like a Journey 3 or above or whatever, you know. But the idea is trying, like, you know, to help out anyone at any time, you know, no matter, you know, like what level thing that they are. So, but anyway, um, so yeah, last time, you know, we went through Stormvale. You know, we killed Godric, got his great run, even though I haven't really activated it yet. Um, and we also had gone down to, I think it was like Castle Morn or something like that. Basically, the castle is like at the very bottom of the map. You know, we went there, killed the boss there, and everything like that. So, yeah. But yeah, another thing as to why like I'm doing this whole like New Game Plus, you know, Journey 2 thing. Um, Originally, I was going to be thinking about like maybe bringing two characters into Journey 2, you know, New Game, aka New Game Plus, which is going to probably be Great Pumpkin Lord and the Dude. But after the last time I played with Onyx, we had done a little bit of a test run thing, to where we found out that um, you know, if you and, you know, the person that you're either like helping, or, you know, whatever, like, you know, the person who's trying to help you, you know, like basically, like in a nutshell, like if me and Alex had, like, you know, use the same password, and I sent my gold sign to the summoning pools, you know, you know, of course, you know, he did the little thing, um, then he would be able to get me that way. So that way I won't have to, like, you know, um, so that way I won't have to, like, you know, fucking go on the map and find, the, you know, like a certain grace to go to, and be like, okay, you know, I'm here, put my gold sign on the ground, you know, blah 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 blah. Now, keep forgetting that I'm dual wielding weapons. It's like I keep fucking forgetting I'm dual wielding weapons. I can't build to block. I can't build to really block shit. Get missed. Get missed again. But I'm gonna try. You are being try at most to get Godric's Great Run activated, so I'm able to use it on the Pumpkin Lord. On here. to bring up my mimics here because as much as I want to be able to use like maybe like the Mad Pumpkin, like as much as I would like to be able to use like the Great Pumpkin, like the Mad Pumpkin Helm thing or whatever, that takes more MP than what I originally had. Poison toxicity. Let's see, I think you have to go around over here. Where's little Lion Boy's at? Of course, he gets that head off. One, Beast Blood, Old Fang. Alright, now my thing's gonna disappear. Toast to Grace. Erase that, the Grace. Yeah, as I mentioned before, when it comes to like the flask and everything like that, the majority of my builds that I've made all have at least like 4 cerulean tiers. But for Pumpkin Lord here, he's not going to have any. He's not going to have any. He's not going to have any cerulean stuff to it's going to be all. I somehow like loaded it off the ground. Ow. Yeah, pretty much this is the way to go in order to activate Godric's Great Run. You have to deal with like 2 acts like wielding golem boys and 1 boy who likes to, shoot arrows. Giant arrows like that. Okay. Jumps on location. But yeah, like part of me wanted to like have maybe like a new, like a slightly new look for Pumpkin Eater / Pumpkin Lord, now Pumpkin Lord, but unfortunately it does a bit of a thing to where it's like it goes into the heavy load, so there was that, and I was like, well, I guess I will, not really bother, but but the only thing I would have really like slightly altered with like the gauntlets and greaves, because like the whole idea was trying to like to give the same kind of coloring, like gold kind of coloring as much as possible. So, of course, and of course, without also it being like a character that I somehow alter, as far as like levels go, because yes, I will admit, that like I have done some characters where, like I have I've given like the original level stats and stuff to go for, but I'm like, you know what, I kind of want, to use maybe use this or that, do this, that, whatever. And so I put extra points, and so maybe I put like some extra points into, set builds. But, I guess it's like, like this wheel here, be the one that will, it'll be at least one of those that will actually stick, to the main level, which I'm not gonna say like he's the only, he's not like he's not the only build that, that really that has like, his stats and stuff as to what, the target thing was set for. Alright, well, got his Great Run activated. Now, I may do, like, I may try, like, along my journey, get other Great Runs activated, but I'd say for now, at least, Godric's was the one that I had on, Pumpkin Lord beforehand. And of course, yeah, I got some Ruin Arcs. Alright, so let's see. Go Stormmail Shack. Let's see. Bop, 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 bop. Kill these boyos. And still. Like, oh, stale. You're still take your lumps. Nope. You guys ain't worth the time. I don't remember a Stormwall as a War Shield being here. Hmm. Now, now, now I'm kind of wondering, cause like I said, I've never recalled, I never recalled like a Scarab thing there and had a Stormwall Astral War. Once I get my runs and stuff, I actually might switch over to a certain build to check that out. Because unless if it's like, unless if it's like randomly for like a New Game Plus thing, then I don't know. I find that to be a bit odd. quit out right here. And I'm not gonna go online because I'm not gonna be on pay for too long. I just want basically, just to go there, see if there's actually like, that whole, Stormwall Ash War thing to get, and then then I will continue my run. Let's see. Come on, map. Alright, no Stormhill Shack. Is that Hill Shack? Yeah. Alright. That's the pop spot. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, it would be nice though to have, somehow get another Ash War thing, especially for a shield, because and this is just my, this is just my 2 cents, but I kind of would say that like, okay, so it is there. Like I'd say, like in a sense that I feel Ash Wars stuff for shields is very rare. Like it, I feel like you don't really have much of those compared to the others, but you know, alright, so we'll leave Pay there. Continue onwards with Pumpkin Lord. Now I'm pretty sure some people are going to be asking the question, like the possible question of, does this count as my Sunday stream? Because this is my active week of streaming and everything. The answer I'd say is not quite. Yeah, because like I may still try and do a stream during my normal time or sometime later, on after that or something. I don't know. It kind of depends, like, how things go. Hopefully I'm not, like, too tired where it's like I'm going to do, like, maybe a couple of bosses or something like that, and then, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and call it here or something like that. Because it's hard to say not knowing. I feel like even I don't know some of the things I do sometimes. Stuff in built up. Even though I do have a lot of stuff with him, I have a lot of feathers. Even though I do have like a lot of even though I do have like a lot of early flowers on him, I'm not really going to not going to use them all. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it like this, because now that I've learned about the the dash of war thing, for the shield for your shield and all that, might as well just go to the normal way now. Just get anything that might be right up and about here. Oh yeah, another thing I sort of randomly noticed was if you go somehow like if you could somehow like peek inside like the helm and everything like that, if you're wearing something like this, apparently the hair kind of gets altered a little bit. It kind of like gets altered some. I thought that was interesting. What is the point of this area? There we go. Like now I can use my weapons. Oop. The Brewy Grape. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. They're disgusting. Like the disgusting. And I say that as a bit. I'm not really being serious with that. Yeah, now we're at Liurnia of the Lakes.
You're tarnished, aren't you? And believe it or for a... Well, you're a true my name, presuming only...
Yeah, he does sorcery and stuff like that. Dang it, Amber. There ain't nobody got time for that. Academy Scroll. You guys barely do fuck all to me. Like even in New Game Plus, it's like you guys barely do fuck all. Alright, now activate this grenade. Increase my Sacred Tear thing to 11. If I can somehow get enough to get, last thing, then I can go from there.
You're near surprised no matter why, don't. Oh, don't.
I don't need those. Yeah, I've already got everything around here. I don't know why, but I thought I saw a shiny thing. Whoa, prawn shack. Like, your mixtape sucks. Your mixtape sucks so much that you make the Bell Ladies and Bloodborne seem like they can produce a hit single.
Hello? Hello? Please. Over here. Hello. It's rather chilly here, isn't it? My mistress sent me off on an errand, but I was accosted by a ruffian, and now I'm in a bind. Could I ask you lend a hand? Perhaps. That thug made off with a precious necklace. I need someone to retrieve it. Only, he too is tarnished. If you've any qualms confronting your own, I shall find another. Oh, thank you dearly. What a blessing that we've met like this. The thug should be resting at an abandoned home down the way. Please, I must have the necklace back.
Okay, so thankfully, we have that on the map, so mark that. And we'll put to him. Which also will have a grace.
What are you lucky trying to start? Show me, and I'll consider. I'm not in love with it. You're a shrew first. Alright. Things no doubt. You're bloody... Oh. Freshly cooked it is. Alright then. I could be...
Alright, so... yeah, give them all that.
Never met someone with a taste for prawn I couldn't trust. We'd make good mates, I reckon. I'll be seeing you.
And then I got the spread out gesture. Right, now... open the map.
Should be rest, please. Oh, yes. That is my missing necklace. Thank you kindly. I am in your debt. Did I forget to announce myself? I am Raya, in the service of Lady Tanith of the Volcano Manor. I seek stalwart Tarnished, who might join our house. You are very brave yourself. Not only a steady hand, but a steady heart. Merciless, even to your own kind. Such strength is precisely what my mistress seeks. Please, take this. Brave Tarnished, seek the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. Most Tarnished are doomed to wander the outskirts of the lands between, peering wistfully at the towering Erd Tree. But you are no ordinary Tarnished. And once that is proven, the Volcano Manor will fully extend its invitation to fight amongst a family of champions.
Alright, so... alright, so now I'm gonna go fast travel to the prawn shack. Because I know the next thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get the key to get into Raya Lucaria. We'll check out World's Church for a little bit. Even though, like, at one point in time, like, Vade would be there, but I killed his ass because, you know, he just leaves to the way. Ow. I disagree with that. Yeah, here. Yeah, normally, like, you know, at some point in time, Vade would be like, you know, like chilling right here. And you could do the thing, and you could do the whole thing of like fucking, you know, like doing his little quests and everything like that. Hopefully, try and like, you know, get to, you know, try to get to like Moblin Palace and all that. But I'm gonna be taking the teleport away. That should not have hit. Or should have knocked it down. Stop it. And here. Yeah, that should not have hit. Nor should it have knocked me off my horse. I don't care what you say. Because it shouldn't. Hit. That should not hit. Those should not have hit. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're not allowed to do that. Get down. Quit. 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 You're not allowed to do that. Stop your fucking spinning like a dumbass. Not allowed to do that either. But none of them are allowed to do that, you know. It's against the rules. Alright, another grace. Yeah, your things can't reach me. Grabbing this. That honestly should not have hit. Another Dragon Heart. Fury. Fury. That's yeah. Now we gotta find. Now we gotta find the area to get into Rear Lucadia. I sure wish fucking FromSoft would have done the thing to make it to where, like if you're co-oping with people, and everything, that you can ride your fucking horses and co-op to have to always flip it. Because, no matter, because, you gotta admit, like, it's very, very annoying. It's very annoying, very tedious, to like still be playing this game like it was Dark Souls or something like that. Where it's like, you don't have, you have to like, build long, you have to like do things long and long hard way. Because like. Because I think like what people who say like, oh, it'll be game breaking if if people can have horses while doing co-op. I think people are forgetting that this is not Dark Souls. This is not Bloodborne even. Like this, Elden Ring is not a linear game. It is open world. And you can call me crazy. You can say this, you say that, but it's true. Who the fuck cares if it's gonna do like this, that, or the other? Just fucking give us the ability to use our horses in co-op. Because like I said, this game is not linear. It's not Dark Souls. It's not Bloodborne. Like those games, like sure they might have like some open little areas here and there, but overall at the end of the day, they're both still linear games. They still have like linear paths and stuff like that. I mean, I'd say probably like I'd say probably like Dark Souls 3, for example. If I was like do like a ranking thing, like what was like the top 3, then then I'd say like Dark Souls 3 would probably be like number 2, whereas Bloodborne would be number 1. But like at the end of the day, again, it's still the point still remains. The point still remains, still the same. Dark Souls and Bloodborne are linear games. Like you can go slightly here and there, take a slight little detour, but Elden Ring is not a linear game, and I feel, in my opinion, that FromSoft should. I feel like that. In my opinion, I feel like that FromSoft should, allow people to use their horses. So like say what you want, if you will, but at the end of the day, you got because I am, because fucking who in their right mind would want to, just be trying to like fucking hoof it, while on foot if you're doing co-op. I mean, hell, hell, if the seamless mod stuff can be able to do that, then the official game should be able to do it as well. Like I feel like that's the one thing I wish in the seamless co-op stuff had. That's like basically like the one thing I wish the seamless co-op stuff had for like the official game. Like fucking give us our horses, give us the ability, to use our horses, while co-oping with people, so that way, we don't have to always be hoofing it in such a such a long ass journey. And I will say this, like Elden Ring is a hell of a good game. You know, like and even like I never thought I would say that because I never thought I'd be playing, you know, like a Souls game, especially getting to the point where like I'm quote unquote addicted to it. But you know, like there are some things that this game, you know, needs some improvements on. You know, because yeah, you know, it does. It honestly does. In this case, if anyone's randomly wondering, I am having me some food. I'm having me some burgers with a few tots. Because, cause I slept for quite a while, I slept for quite a while, you know, like, I think after, like, around, like, after I had ended my stream, yesterday. You know, like, I did a lot, you know, I did quite a bit of stuff and everything, and I slept for quite a while, and my stepdad apparently had cooked up some burgers and tots and all that, so, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I'd say like some of the things that I think would make this game a little bit better is one, there are some bosses that need nerfs, and I'm not saying that because like oh, you know, like I'm such a noob or whatever, but they need nerfs like Melania. She needs a nerf. You know, come at me. You know, fucking come at me all you want, but Melania needs a nerf. You know, I'd rather see her nerf to the fucking ground, but she needs a nerf nonetheless. Um, I'd say another thing I'd say another thing that this game needs is it needs the ability to have runes stack on each other. Like like each time you kill an enemy, you know, like you would get however many runes that you'd normally get from them and everything like that, and like that should be a thing where it's like each time you kill an enemy, you get runes and you go like stack them up and all that because it's really stupid of how um you basically have these various places to grind for runes and all that, especially like around like Moglin's area, with those like Albanor like, turtle fuckers, whatever they are. It's like if you, it's like if you have something that can kind of like It kind of clean house. It's like, you don't really get as much when you really should. I say that because, like, you should, it should, like, cause, like, for each kill, it should stagnate. It's like, like, have, like, like 123 plus this, plus, like, whatever. Like, however many, runs that you get for each kill, for each enemy that you kill, it should be stacking. That's the one thing that this game, unfortunately, has a problem with. And it's very fucking stupid. Because, it would make, because it would honestly, in my opinion, make things much better in terms of, like, trying to grind for runs. Like, if you miss, because, like, if you were to, to build, like, kill a bunch of enemies, that are in groups and all that, and it's like, hey, I can get a fair amount, of runs here, and then, I'll go from there. Another thing I would say that this game needs is the ability for cooperators to like open shortcuts and things like that. Because if you can do it on other games, why can't you not do it here? Again, it's like it's pretty much it's like another missed opportunity type of thing. Where they should have done that, but yet they have not. Why? I will never know. Like, my boy, who do you think you are? Like, you guys realize, right, that I got, like, not one, but two fucking big axes. Stop your spamming. Look, stop that spamming! Alright, so Physic, Mimic, Heal, that should not have hit, that's not credit, Alright, so even though I don't really need to do this, but I'm gonna just do it for the hell of it, more or less. I'm just gonna go here. Get the golden seed. Everything else that might be around here. Golden floor. Gimme. Alright, let's see. Little pot, please. Well, I don't know for sure if I'll be getting, if I can be able to really get anyone, but I might, I might do it, just, there you go, have some slight joy cooperation. Okay, listen, boys, you kind of pissing me off. Stop your spamming. Well, I say stop your spamming. I mean, stop your spamming. Your puny little sword's gonna do anything to me. Yeah, fuck off and die like the bitch you are. So that opens that. Out of here. Like, get out of here. Apparently I've been I took an arrow to the chest. up to me and die so quick, you know. All I had to do was just ask, but I said, Mr. Pumpkin King, can you fucking kill me, please? Oh my god, fucking trying to jump that. It gives me breath. Sadness. The sadness of it all, I tell ya. Over here. Maybe fucking little small bitches here. If y'all do stone or dispute sword key. Try here. Okay, so alright, so I think I'm done for the most part, gonna make the stuff outside. How dare you interrupt my shit? Yeah. You barely left a scratch. Quincy's Glintstone Crown. Increases intelligence, the detriment of HP and stamina. Stamina. I forget, can you build a... Okay, you fuck right off of that shit. Alright. Alright, so now I got some stuff I can put away. Ba ba ba. Alright. So now I'm going to return to round table real quick. Let's see if I can, say hi to Fia again.
Greetings. My name is Miss Around Table. I never knew, although I'm still looking.
Now, those out of a chat find them well. The girl you brought here, she's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade. But she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago. Their eyes share the same hue.
Alright, so... nothing to really sell. Oh, again, Fia.
I
Please, would you like me now?
Because yeah, so like I said, the whole situation is, he tries, he wants to build a house. He wants to try his best, to keep her alive, so that way she can be able to, to hug him and also be able to get a Baldican's blessing.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
But yeah, I'd say, like, also in the slight lore-wise and everything, I'd say, like, in the slight lore-wise and everything like that, when it comes to, like, taking off his pumpkin helm, that, basically in a nutshell, like, he only would take his helm off, when it's like, when it's like for Fia.
You're telling me I possess some kind of gift? I don't believe you. But if I do have this talent, and goodness knows it would be my first, I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh to teach me. Certainly he does appear intimidating and holds no love for us tarnished. But I know he's trapped here at the Round Table Hold, so I can tell. He's a gentle soul underneath it all.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd say, like, at most, if I was to, like, give pumpkin lore and any more kind of lore, it'd be like, not many, like, sort of like, not many people really know what he looks like underneath the helm. Only person who knows of what he looks like is Fia, because he likes to always be held by her, in any sort of circumstance. Whether it be, to receive a Baldican's blessing or just, to feel comfortable, in her presence, because something about her, kind of like it kind of gives that spark for him, I guess. Anyway, see if anyone's around. Lenore. I can't seem to see the thing. Joel. Okay, and then we'll summon Cooperator. And then we'll summon. Joe and Globe.
Hey! Hey!
Alright, let's go. Alright, there's glow. Angel. Doyle! Carrying Night Shield.
Hey!
Oh, he wants me to probably get this little shortcut area. I got you, I got you. I'm going. Alright, let's go. Alright. Gonna go ahead and just go on in. Hopefully they can stay alive. Skip that. Alright, Rolana. Give me baby.
Little Rani. Weave thy night into me.
I love it. Alright. That was fun. And, you know, since it seems like, you know, the whole situation involving, getting the remembrance and all that, it's like, you know,
Where did ye flee,
since I haven't,
my
you know,
sweetings? Come
used it already, it's like,
hide.
it's still, you know, it's gonna be as one.
Sweet light aplenty.
But it's fine. Alright, so let's see. Because I think if I go here and I turn it nighttime, there should be like a Knight's Cavalry to deal with. Oh. And apparently Siribot managed to get a spam bot taken care of. Thank you, Siribot. You were a gentleman and a scholar. Like I said though, like, I don't know exactly for sure if I will be continuing, like, my playthrough of, Great Pumpkin Lord around, like, around my normal time later on today, but because I managed to, like, because I managed, like, you know, to get a lot of sleep and everything like that, and I was like, I kind of want to maybe like, do a little bit more and, things like that. It's like, I'll go ahead and, just do like a random little stream now. And then, we'll see what happens, later on. Like later on in the day. Like I may do more Elden Ring with Great Pumpkin Lord, or I may do more Doom 2. I don't know. That's Calvary Boyle on the bridge. Where are you? That's my head, but get out of here. Alright. I just slightly remembered, since I'm doing, like a New Game Plus thing, there's a possibility that Boyle that likes to be around that one area where you would get the, the red sign and stuff. I bet you he's gonna be there. So, let's go kill for the sake of killing. There's no thrill of the kill. Being a kill. Jang Chu, y'all. Straight Knot Crystal Tier. Alright, bop. Yep. You are dead. So surprise, big nut. So surprise, big nut. Grove Coliseum. cats and dogs. This is ridiculous.
Not seen you. Name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here? Does your fate despite? Yes, your takes me any inch. All I know. Now's the time.
Alright. All under Ashes of War.
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself. Well, until we meet again.
That's a boop, 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 boop. Crest heater shield. You're too slow. You better fuck all. You miss.
Oh, my stars! I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. No, there's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say. Ah. Well played, good sir. Well played. Oh, that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Ah. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
Bolt of flesh.
Once again, the pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter?
Alright. So there's that. Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Oh, dear. Am I you here as a...
Wait. Has this boy always been here?
I'm afraid of the...
I've never noticed that this dude was here before, to be honest with you. I guess it's like a token of exception or whatever. I never really go through here. I never really go through here that much, honestly. And he's dead. Thank God for the scrolling. And another NPC invasion. Sacred Scorpion Charm. Got to love the imp. Am I right? Let's see. Bop, 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 bop. I know it's probably going to be random as hell to try and do, but there's something that I kind of want to see about doing, at least with Pumpkin Lord, and that is getting the quote-unquote Guts Greatsword. Now, will I be using it? Not really, but I'm wanting to get it because because for whatever reason, I don't know exactly if it's happened with any other character of mine, because haven't really like gotten it that much, but I noticed whenever I played with, I noticed like whenever I was playing around with Pay's build and everything like that, that there's a bit of an issue with the Greatsword. In a nutshell, it would not pop up in its little designated area that it's supposed to. It's supposed to be like in a chest and in a little like in a thing. If I can find it, I'll try and show you guys. It's maybe like one of those carriages. Like I think it's like this one right over here, honestly. That's another hit. Oh. Okay, but yeah, for whatever fucking reason, I don't know why or how this is a thing, but apparently there's apparently like a bit of a situation that can happen to where like if you try and get this thing probably like around like a later time or whatever, it's not going to be here. This is basically the only place she can like get this great sword. And what's so annoying about it is that, like every time you come back here, try you try fucking reset the place or whatever, the chest is always, keeps always being closed. So like you keep opening it and open it and open it and open it, but the result is still the same. It's like it's not there. So it's like, so it kind of makes you think of like either A, it's some sort of like weird thing where it's like, oh, you can only get this at like a certain time frame within the game, and then it randomly disappears, and this is what I'm thinking, honestly. I'm thinking that it's a bug, because why put a fucking weapon in this chest and then like have it. Why put a fucking weapon in this chest and have it be unavailable for like at any other times where it's like you can never get it, but yeah, this is the only place that you can get it. It's like it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And honestly, I'm surprised no one's actually fucking mentioned this. Like I think FromSoft needs to really I think from something needs to kind of needs to technically investigate this. You know, because like, you know, why the fuck have the only place, you know, only the one and only place to have to get this sword be here, but then you can also have it to where it's like, oh, you can't get it anymore. To where it's like, oh, now it's just suddenly just disappears. And no matter how many times, you know, like you reset the area, you know, come back here, that's like, you know, open the chest, it's not going to be here. You know, like I'm sorry, but you know, like, FromSoft, fix your shit. Like, fix that shit, Mom. Not that hard. You know, like, it's not hard to fucking, you know, like, it's not hard to fucking put, you know, like, put horses in co-op, you know, so people to use it. That way, you know, people to use, you know, horses in co-op instead of always having, like, you know, fucking hoof it on foot, you know, if that's not that hard. And I know it's possible either, so, you know, don't come at me saying that it's not possible, because it is. You know, like that's something they should do for their fuck. Like the next time if Elden Ring does like some sort of update, that's what they should do. You know, like they should like they really need to fucking put the horses in here for co-op. Because otherwise, you know, like why play? Because like, you know, like otherwise why play a thing co-op? Especially like, you know, if you're in a like an open field like area, you know, that's gonna have like a whole bunch of you know, like a whole lot of land. It's like a fucking slog to, you know, to get through. Just stayed back there, boy. Alright, gotta reset that. I'm gonna go back to Smoldering Church because I want to see about the tree setting, about the putrid tree avatar things. Try maybe, you know, kill them again if I have to. Ugh. Guardian Sword Spear. Alright, come over here, you son of a bitch. No, you don't. I got some extra runes out of that. Also know there's a thing over here. And I'm gonna go outside so I can be able to fast travel. The thing I'm gonna try and do is go somehow like, you know, go around over here at most. And go to Runestrid Precipice. Precipice. So, yeah. We're gonna try and, you know, get that area taken care of. Maybe we can find what's her name? Say bop 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 bop. Horse boys. Wrong place, wrong time, goat boy. Church. I honestly don't remember if this was actually a thing, but I feel like even though, like, you know, I've got most of the sacred tears and everything like that, I feel like, you know, you could be able to somehow. I feel like you somehow do like a bit of a thing where it's like, you know, you can, where it's like you can somehow go back to areas, you know, even that you've gotten beforehand, and be like, hey, you know, I can look at this, and I'm gonna get my, you know, like my sacred tears that I have left over, you know, charged up and everything, and then, you know, go from there. Which, I mean, I'm not really complaining. You know, I find it to be, you know, I find that to be unique and kind of cool, like.
What do you need? I don't want any.
Yeah, relax. Okay, I don't need your bows or anything. Brum, 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 brum. Like, you guys really thought you were gonna stand a chance against me? Against me? Are you fucking stupid or something? No. I said no. Fuck off and die like the bitch that you are. Alright, so now I am officially done with my flask. You know, like I got max 14, and I have plus 12. Fuck yeah. I'll say like I'll take this just for the hell of it. What are you? Barbaric War. I'll say like, you know what? None of that's homeboy. I need to see if there's like any sort. I need to find out and see if there's like any sort of like PNG images of Fierce champions, especially with our boy over here. Cause I'm probably gonna be making like a new thumbnail at most. That should not have hit. I don't care what you say, that should not have hit. I hate when enemies, like have that fucking, like that side visibility iframe bullshit. It would have been so hilarious if that little fucker, was like trying to jump and he just went through the hole as I was going up in the elevator. No. You're not allowed to do that. I feel like that should have killed him in one hit, but okay. And yes, I know it was just like, New Game Plus, and, enemies have a little more health, but still, I put a little more oomph into that, so, come at me. Like, you barely do fuck all. Some before. Look at that view, though. It's like, oh, look at it. Oh, look at it. As soon as I check my phone, and then fucking put it down, it's like, now that's when I got something. Like, now that's when I get some sort of notification. Yeah, I think what I might do, for the most part at least, is, I am going to try to do my stuff and things here. When you can't kill them with a slice, just kill them with gas. Or kill them with the poisonous mist. Imagine if there's actually something up here worthwhile. Well, I guess there is something. That's it. Could you folk come back to climb that Pokemon? Well, what's it say? Precious item ahead. That's right for my out here. I must sneeze. Hold on. Rune arc, very nice. Lost Ashes of War. God's Curse Sword. I might see if I can, maybe like upgrade. I don't know if I have like more than one, but like I want to see if I can maybe like like randomly upgrade at least one that I have. Yeah, and I might do like a bit of a thing where it's like, I use like, maybe like one for like non big bosses and stuff like that. Cause even though like I get, like like, oh, like this boy's supposed to have like, 2 giant axes, but it'd be nice to be able to experiment with other things as well. Multiple signs. Let's make it a party! Cause why the fuck not? That's how you get the casual greeting, emote thing. Let's bring in Mimic. Now for 4. How? Okay, that was bullshit. That should not have killed me. I had like a shit ton of health, all of a sudden he just randomly slams down, and it just automatically kills me. Like, nah. That's cheat. That's a cheat right there. That should not have killed me. I don't care what you say. You know, like, like that was really complete bullshit. I should not have died to that at all. You know, I'll just go. We'll do like a random little threefer. Give me my runs, these are mine. I'm feeling for me. Ow. Yep. Come on. Should not have hit, but there we go. Worm Scale Shore and the Dragonheart. Alright, so chest. Big sword, that. I'm just gonna get everything out. I'm gonna get everything out just for the hell of it right now. Yeah, at least as far as like MASH or wars are concerned. Alright. Pop that. You thought. You fucking thought. Bleh. Baby. Okay, that was bullshit. Wet. Take that. Oh boy, oh. I can't quite remember if there was like, if like one of these carriages had a chest that you could go to open. Ruler's mask and robe. Anything in particular over here? No, just some eagles. Some Boydley eagles. Where do you... Forward. Thank you, useless. There you go.
I've been waiting for you. I knew you had the stuff of champions. I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress. Give me your hand. I will pray that you follow the same path as Lady Tanith.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like, I think at some point during the game's, lifespan or whatever, I think that they changed her spawn location. Cause like videos and stuff that I seen of her doing like the Volcano Manor quest line, like she was not known to be there. Which like it made me question things. It's like like why change other things? Like, it made me question things like fucking like why change the thing over from like one spot to another for? remember quite for sure, but I feel like Patches is supposed to be here. Or something like that, I don't remember. All these white signs, bruh. I first got a jellyfish shield, and I think like the scythe. Can't remember exactly which one it was.
Brave Tarnished. Welcome to the Volcano Manor. I am Tanith, the proprietress of this house. Raya spoke well of you. A warrior of promise, I believe she said. Perhaps you are prepared to make a commitment. Will you join us here at the Volcano Manor and resist the tide? Why accept the burden of their grace, or be fooled by the dogmatic ramblings of the Fingers? Rise with us. Interesting. Your decision is most welcome. Now you belong to the Volcano Manor family. The drawing room lies down the hall. Make yourself comfortable, but be sure to earn your keep. The drawing room, use the key.
Alright. Let's first things first, I'm gonna go up here. Gonna take care of Mr. Gaze-A-Wheel himself up in this bitch. Gotta love it. Ooh, 70% blood loss. Oh wow. Okay, that was kind of funny. It's like the, you know, those areas weren't loaded in. Volcano Manor.
You. What in heaven's name are you doing here? The Volcano Manor is a pit of recusants who spit at grace, and I hope you understand. Well, as long as you understand what you're saying. I thought you were tarnished, bred by virtue. Perhaps playing that part led you to your doubts, I wonder. But know that the path you walk is blasphemy, and leads only to a miserable death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that. This blasphemous path, before you consider...
Hello again, brave Tarnished. As a scout, I am pleased to see you again here at the Volcano Manor under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you tread the path of valor. Brave Tarnished under Lady Tan...
Alright. I'll just open some doors. Alright. Alright, so I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for the stream and everything no, I don't know if I want to say tonight, but I'd say today for right now. Like I said, I don't know for sure about like if I'll be doing more of Elden Ring with Great Pumpkin Lord during my normal time frame or later, but all I can say is, just we'll see what happens, because I may end up doing that, or I may end up, probably playing some some Doom 2, probably, see if I can finish that game up with the Blork mod before it possibly gets updated, because from what I can understand, at least like from right now anyway, the mod creator apparently is having this idea of updating the Blork mod to where it has like 2 episode things to play around with. Like I think it's like episode one's gonna probably I think episode one's gonna be revolved around Freedom Phase 2, and I believe that the second episode thing is gonna be a custom. I think it's gonna be like a custom map pack type of thing, and I think like as far as like the whole Freedom Phase 2 thing goes, instead of using Freedom enemies, they're going to be using normal Doom enemies, so there's going to be that whole situation. But I did kind of like make the suggestion to him. I was like, hey, I really like this mod and everything, like, so why not make it to where you have like a completely different version, like you upload a new version that has the ability to play like in Freedom 2, and also with that new episode thing you're planning, so that way I and other people can be able to play to at least be able to play Doom 2 by that with that stuff and all that. So yeah, but we'll see. But I'd say probably like at most if I probably don't do more Elden Ring like maybe later on today, then I might probably save it for like I don't know, like Thursday or something like that. Maybe I'll do like a Tarnished Thursday type of thing or something. I don't know. It's hard to say, not knowing. But overall though, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that. I know it's been pretty quiet, but it is what it is. But I'm glad we were able to make some progress, and everything with this game, especially with the pumpkin lords, pumpkin. I should probably do like a thing where I call it like a straight out like Pumpkin Lord instead of Pumpkin King, but anyway. But yeah, so yeah, there's gonna be more possibly, like either like sometime later on today or Thursday at most if I'm up for it, or unless of course something else piques my interest. That's the whole beauty of following the channel to see what happens next. But until the next stream and everything like that, though, as always, if you enjoy what you saw today and you're watching us on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can feel free to do so at Mr. Rumble Roses to know what goes on from any random ass tweets that I post, or see some links that I share, like mostly from like stuff that I upload to my YouTube channel. Or, just have some sort of way to messaging me, whether it be like a tweet or a DM or something. So, hell yeah. Yeah, we are going to, if the phone will, let me, I'm going to try and find someone to raid. Okay, so he's playing that game. I feel like I've been here. Yeah. There you go. When I hit the X button, you disappear. Let's see about this person. Playing some Left 4 Dead. I have not played that game in ages. Curiouser and curiouser. Let's see what's on the Elden Ring side of things in terms of channel. Let's try this person out. I think apparently it's doing like a birthday type of stream. CHO. CHRO. MUR. Oh, not 0. Oh. CHRO. MURO. Alright, so I think, so yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can raid into this person. They're playing some Elden Ring, as well and everything like that. I guess you said we're gonna kind of like try and keep the Elden Ring theme going. But yeah, this person's doing a 24-hour birthday stream, so, you know, you do with that what you will. I don't know anything about them, you know, but I just like to try and meet people, you know, like, you know, random people, especially, you know, new people that I've never met before or anything like that, so, yeah. Alright. I go do that. Alright. So, until I see you guys in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.